Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming here. Okay, guys, let's jump straight to our topic for this afternoon. Now, there's a viral video going around where a mother, stormed Ebonyi State University with her daughter's corpse in her car trunk. She went to the school and she's calling out a particular lecturer. She's saying, Dr. Eni, this is the come and go and bury. So apparently her daughter committed suicide because one particular lecturer has singled her out and has been failing her. She sat for extra year. She paid for extra year. She sat, she wrote the exams, and this particular lecturer still failed her, meaning she still has to come back and do this extra year course. I believe this lady could not take all of this and she committed suicide. Now, her mother has taken the corpse to the university because since they didn't want to let the girl go now, the girl was stressed, she was depressed, she was traumatized, a whole lot. Pushed her to, go to commit suicide. And now her mother is saying she cannot have money to bury her. The university should come and take the girl's corpse. You guys, we're here again to talk about this. I want us to talk about this. I want us to talk about this university. I want us to talk about lecturers. I want us to talk about university students. What exactly is going on? Imagine a young lady in her prime, early adulthood, has committed suicide because of a particular frustration. Guys, I want us to talk about this. I want us to actually talk about this topic in depth. Tell me your opinion. How we do those of us who haven't watched this video? I'm going to play it, right? I'm going to play it out.
Going into university was like hell. I was a very brilliant student in school, and certain things that can make a lecturer to target you for this kind of things is, for example, if a lecturer wants to date you, there is a way you can simply send a lecturer out if you don't want to go into a relationship with them. You can even go their need and beg them, even if it's to buy something, buy wine, go and beg them. You understand? If they want to date you, there are ways you can do this. First of all, go pray seriously, fast. After you don't do everything, buy wine, need them, beg the lecturer, tell us, now you be the only mama, now you be the only picking of your mama, say you don't go do this. One, when the lecturer wants to date you and you'll be very rude in turning them off, it can make you to be targeted. And apart from that, if you are rude in class, you can be targeted. If they do I too know, you can be targeted. If you do the correct lecturer make mistake, you wrong go collect them, you can also be targeted for that. And if another lecturer hates you, you can also be targeted also for that. The way they transfer these things is that when a lecturer is targeting you, he's not going to fail you personally. He transfers you to another lecturer. For example, I'm having issues with you. I wish to fail you, but I'm not going to fail you myself. He's going to transfer you to someone else that's going to fail you, so that when they're failing you, you will not know where your problem is coming from. You had issues with somebody teaching statistics, for example, but you are failing electronics. So that is how the system works. And I'm this kind of person that I am very vocal and active. You understand? I speak for myself. And from my own experience, there was a time I insulted a lecturer inside examination hall. When I insulted this lecturer, he told me one word. He said, "We shall see." When he said, "We shall see," I did not know what that means. But that is why also it is very important for you to sometimes be very good to some people. I had some lecturers as my friend, you understand? And I was just fine. In my heart, nothing is happening until that very day. I just saw my script. A lecturer called me and said, "Gold, can I see my office?" I went. He said, "What did you do?" I said, "I did not do anything." No, he said, "Confess." He said, "Why did he write on all your script should not pass?" And they put his signature on it, should not pass. That was what they wrote on my script, that should not pass. Why did he write? I said, he now said, "Talk, who did you offend?" I now explained everything. He said, "Look, I can only give you information on these things. Nobody can help you out. So from here you sort yourself." And this was what I did pertaining to that. This was what I did. I thought I had no option. The next thing, I forgot about that I was an adult. I picked up the phone and I called my dad. When I called my dad and say, "Daddy, this is what is happening," my dad transported all the way from home. He came to school. When he came to school, we went together to the lecturer office. I lied down straight on my belly and I apologized. The lecturer and my dad, they had an understanding, and like father to father, and they settled this out. And that was how these things this decree should not pass was lifted from all my scripts. And when result came out, I had the best grade since I've been in school. You understand? Also, another reason you can be targeted is when you are always this activist in school. For example, a lecturer comes up and say they should pay this certain amount for project or for this, and you now sharp guy, you begin to calculate. Why will pay that amount? You understand? There is what they call betrayers. There are a lot of betrayers in school. A lot of betrayers. a lecturer comes up and say we should pay this amount. You now when they do activity say no, that amount we not go pay, it's too much. What did you want to use the money for? At the end of the day, you discover that when you look back, you discover that 95% of people have paid the money already, but they are giving you echo. No agree. You need agree, but you they fail, but then they don't pass. So that's why sometimes we just got to, if person they go school, need to use in brain, and that is for the part of the lecturers, but for the part of the students also. Sometimes when the students discover that you're doing well, but they are failing you can demand for your script. And demanding for your script also raises flag. The best way to settle this sometimes is just for you to walk up to the lecturer. If you know the person that is harming you, you apologize to them, buy wine, than to carry your mama come school, come beg them. Because once a lecturer targets you, the only person who deliver you from that kind of thing, only God. Especially in the school I went to, if a lecturer targets you, only God will deliver you, or you bring your parents, or you come beg. You understand? So that is just the way it is.
Okay. All right, good. Thank you very much.
Okay. And sorry, there was something I wanted to add.
Okay. All right.
I know some people that have not gone to school before, they look at this and they think it's kind of strange to them. And also, a lecturer can target you for being too brilliant. If you're brilliant, also you can be targeted for anything. You understand? There was a time during project defense, I was given a topic to write on, and I wrote on that topic. On the day of defense, they called me that I should come and defend it. They said, okay, talk on electrification of so. I'm not going to mention the name of the school. They said talk on electrification of so access road. Okay. I now said, okay, good everyone. I am here to talk about electrification. I started talking. They say, hey, keep quiet. Blah, 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 blah. Are you a radio? You just put and be talking up and down. So so you put and be talking up and down. I said, what do you mean? I say, get out. That was how I get out. Another person came in to do that the same project. And the person did not even say much, they just only present some certain gift in envelope and they say, you did great. You are very, very okay. You did well. You understand? And sometimes the lecturer wants you to settle them. There are ways they behave in which we don't know, in which many people don't have idea of. There are some certain lecturers that no matter what you write, heaven or earth, provided that you did not come and meet them personally and put something in envelope and give to them, say, sir, thank you for your service, you can never pass. You understand? So in this kind of environment, all the students, even your seniors, the people you met, they are going to advise you that this lecture, this is how it is. So no matter what you read, you cannot pass. Now looking at that girl's case, if I want to judge and say, okay, fine, this is what she did wrong, get out. So sorry about that. So if I want to say what she did wrong, looking at that, I think she should. She paid for extra year and she still failed again. And I think the first thing, if you're in that kind of situation, you fail, the first thing you should do is for you to know where your failure is coming from. Whenever you identify a problem, I think you are 50% close to solving that problem. You identify where your failure is coming from. And there are certain, as I said earlier, that there are certain times that you are failing, you offended Mr. A, or sometimes you don't know you offended somebody, but you are failing. In that kind of situation, what is advisable to do is, if you have a friend who happens to be a lecturer, you understand, you meet with them. They are going to give you access. They are going to let you know. They are going to do investigation. If they are being sincere with you, they are going to do investigation, and they will let you know, okay, where your failure is coming from. Now, for my own, I went to a polytechnic, and I did national diploma first. The day I was about graduating, my HOD called me and he said he wanted to see me. I went into his office and he told me one word. He said, please don't come back to this school for HND. I said, sir, why did you say I should not come back for HND? And he told me clearly that, look, I protected you while you were here, while you were running national diploma. I'm not going to protect you for HND. You understand? So that is just it. Whenever you're close to somebody, at least just be kind, be yourself, be original, you understand, and no show yourself. I know say some of them no book when they listen to this message, Mr. Corrector, is a bit lecturer. Lecturer can fail you for the most simplest reason, for laughing in class. Ordinary laughing in class can make somebody feel for even smiling. That's why they say some of these people and they don't get fear of God. Okay, now I heard a story from somebody, actually a friend of mine, happens to be a church member of mine. He had extra year 3 times because of one reason. Now from this particular school, University of Calabar, what was the offense? The lecturer entered into class and they were talking while they were laughing while the lecturer entered into class. The lecturer looked at them and he asked them a question. Define Kenu. Is Kenu related to his course? No, he just wanted to mock them. Define Kenu. Define Kenu. When some of them were laughing, sir, is this not related to our course? That was how they failed. And he keeps carrying them over and over and over. He can carry up to 3 years. So that is just it. I think we should just be careful.
Let's hear from him.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're joining us from.
Okay, from Delta State, very precisely.
Okay. Your name, please.
Okay, I'm Ofu Gaga.
Okay.
Yeah. The truth is, let me talk about my personal experience while in school first before I come over to him. You see, while in my final year, something happened. I had a personal issue with one of my lecturers, and on that day, I think that should be my last paper or so. He happened to be the one invigilating the hall, the exam hall. So we had this competition right at the exam hall. And when the exam was over, they called on me that, wow, they just threw more exam script. I was mad. And
they removed the exam script and threw it away.
Yeah, that was what it was. So I was mad, like, it's not possible. You understand? So I immediately raised an alarm and I called on the lecturer phone. And upon investigating, it was not mine. He was just trying to pull his stunts. But funny enough, most students passed through, he didn't actually remove mine because he knew what I would have done. He actually knew my strength in school. He knew what I would have done to him. And what about people who don't have that strength? People who he knows they can't confront him. People he knows they won't do anything to him. For the sake of this, let me just say something. We're in a life whereby social media does more good to people. You can't be silent when you're being oppressed. We've seen of late, we've been seeing thereby lecturers will lose their job, they lose their job every day for one harassment or the others. If you've been harassed by any lecturer, speak up. Don't keep silent. Speak up. Come online. People are ready to help you. You just speak up. Some people die of this thing because they refuse to speak up. They refuse. That's how I see, because you can't be, someone can't be suffering you and you know, yes, this is oppression, and you are silent. Silent about what? As a student, you have to learn this ability to speak up. There is no one with the monopoly of how am I going to put it now? Like no single lecturer that has the power to do what he wants to do and go scot free. It all depends on the students. Most of these, let me tell you the basic truth. Most of these students, they don't even know what they wrote right at the exam for. So when they experience these kind of things, they don't know if they should question the lecturer or not. Because if you are confident of what you've written there at the exam hall and what you get is something different, no, you have to speak up. I have my own younger sister. My own younger sister, she graduated from Obashuku Polytechnic. You can't do that to her because she will take a request for her script. She will request for the script, and the script will be remarked again. But when you know you are not sure of what you just written, you are not sure of what you just written, you can't question the authority.
Okay, so for somebody who is going through this now, what do you say the person should do? What are the steps the person should follow?
The first step is speak up.
Okay.
That's the first step. You have to speak up.
Who should you go and meet?
Now, let me tell you something. You understand something like every institution there, like the institutions are mainly governed by kakus. Like people that do these things, they know themselves, and they're very powerful in every institutions because he has power, he has institution. You understand? So to me, I believe social media has a great role to play. Not lecturers what is going to be tarnished on social media. Not lecturers. There are human rights activists you can relate your issue to. You can write petitions. You can petition your lecturer. Just be sure of what you've written. That's all.
You said something. You said come to social media. So yeah. let me use this instance now. Supposedly, somebody like me, when I was in school, I was very quiet. When they say quiet, if my lecturer is coming from that road, I'll use the other road. I don't want to have any business to do with you. That thing of you see lecturer, you're going to help the person carry the bag, meet the person, hide your weekend. I did not do it in school. Matter of fact, in class, if I sit in class, I made sure I would hide like amongst people. You won't really like notice me. That's how I made this whole thing in school. So now I was never bullied in school. Matter of fact, they did not know me. The only time I interacted with the lecturer one-on-one was when I was doing my projects. That was the only time. I made sure nobody knew me. So now, supposedly something like that was happening to me in school. And again, I was very quiet. I did not have so much personal following on my personal page, Facebook page. I did not have lecturer's number. I was very to myself, very quiet. And now something like that is happening to me. Who should I go and meet? You see, come out on social media. Imagine I post that kind of thing on my personal Facebook page. Maybe I'll just get like 20 likes. Who will see? Who will pick it up? How would they know?
Okay.
Oops, what's happening?
Very quiet in school. You hardly encounter social problems.
Okay, all right, he's here.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, someone like.
Good. I think we'll continue with you because his network comes back.
Okay, I think what he was about saying, like, it's something we've experienced before.
Okay.
You know, Okay.
His network is very bad.
I think you should take him off so that he joins again.
Okay.
That's gonna make it.
Hello, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was just about to take you off. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right.
I can't bring up the video. I can't see you.
Oops. Yeah, here too. You're just stagnant. Okay, go on. Let's hear your voice.
Okay.
From what I've just told you, for a very quiet student, imagine somebody is a very quiet student and she's going through something like this. Where should she go to? Who should she run to?
Okay. Now, I believe there are human rights activists. One, who write in the school, I remember very well while in school, there are a lot of issues, there are a lot of people's problems we actually carried on our heads. We got those problems, we were not our problems directly, and we came out successful. You understand? There are a lot of human rights activists you do walk up to, and before you know it, your issues will be sorted out. You understand? You don't have to be quiet. How would the lecturer demand sex from you, and you know you are intelligent, you know, yes, you write that course and pass it very well, and you are silent about what? Case and you see these students they're not sure of what they want to write. So when this lecture example, so when these issues come up, you see they can't go on. Now let me break it down. One thing is the ability to go to the example and write something, and the other thing is I'm going to the example, I don't even know what to write. So when the lecturer requests something from you, the lecturer make a request from you, he knows you cannot defend anything you put in down there.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Even for the few courses I wrote with confidence. In my mind, I'm like, I wrote this course to the best of my knowledge and all of that. There are certain things you might fail. Basically, failing here is you might mix up the language. How you explain it might not be the way they would want you to explain it. There are so many instances here. So you saying she didn't speak up because she's not confident of what we wrote. We've given what we wrote. We've written what we know or what to the best of our knowledge. Now we are waiting for you to fail, to grade us, pass us or fail us. But you saying lack of confidence in what you wrote. If we had that much confidence, there wouldn't be exams now. But I understand the part of requesting for your answer booklets to see everything you've written so far. It's just me and you now.
Okay. Pertaining to what he said, they say what works for one person might end up putting another person into trouble. You understand? He made a statement earlier that this lecturer, they are into kakus, meaning that if you offend one, you have offended all. You understand? In the school where I went to, it is very, very dangerous for you to bring up a lecturer picture and put it on social media. If you try it, even the school excommunicate you. You understand? The school, they are going to rusticate you for doing that. You understand? So about that confidence you're talking about, confidence, mark these words today, that Nigerian institution, 70% of Nigerian institution lecturers, they are Olodo. As in, some of them got there through dubious means. They are not even qualified to be teachers. You understand? They are not even qualified. 70% are not even qualified to be teachers, to be lecturers. You understand? Even your own course, students cannot. Okay, the way you express certain things is not the way I'm going to express my own. You understand? But the problem with our educational system is that they want word for word. It now makes this student to become zombie, la cram, la poor. I read your handout and I pour it exactly the way you say it. I cannot improvise. I cannot use my own terms. I cannot use my own word. You understand? So, as I said earlier, what favors somebody might end up putting another person in trouble, because this thing is said, it's a request for your answer script, go to human rights. At the end of the day, one thing still stands, that when human rights come, they will ask the lecturer to provide your script. Don't forget, this lecturer has access to your script too. They always have access to your script, and they are going to bring out that script, and you are going to see that the script is empty. Should be a stapler, they use stapler. They will remove all those things. They can't put empty scripts for you, or they leave one where you write. They can't put the rest empty. Because only number one you do. How you want to use defend? Now you go can't even fail. The school can't rusticate you for accusing the lecturer. You know that. So these kind of things now waiting to happen for higher institution. You cannot. The only time you can do it. Why is it that 70% of people that do this thing, they end up setting lecturers up? You understand? They end up setting lecturers up because they know that at the end of the day, if you try to request for your script, that these people are going to rope you. This is a serious kakus. So serious kakus. You toss it, you want script. They go say, okay, fine. Let's set a date for the meeting. They set a date. Then bring your script, or you open script. You come say only number one you do. The rest what happen to them? They don't use empty booklet. Fill them. So that is the problem. So the best way, in my own, is negotiation. You meet up with this lecturer. You even not to beg. Beg them say, look, like this, like you understand.
You should negotiate.
Look, okay. Oh, you don't know say it's real. You say you're quiet for school. You don't know say this thing they real. Lecturers are oppressing students on daily basis, and when they do that, nobody can rescue you from it. Nobody can rescue. The school management will pretend as if they did not know. The only way you can get them is when you have a concrete evidence. You hold them. That's why you see some girls these days, they go set up lecturer when they don't come hotel room. They go turn on camera. Why? Because of they can't hold down for hand. Say, if you don't pass me, this is that is actually illegal. That is what most people result into, because they know that this kind of person, this school is a kaku school. There is nothing you want to do on earth that this person will allow you go. So that is just it.
Damn.
Make you don't enter bad school. The moment you enter bad school, that's why sometimes you investigate and pretend. Okay, there are many beautiful girls in school, but based on the orientation somebody gave to them when they are coming to school, they dress very tattered so that somebody will not look at them. You understand? I'm not trying to say these things are right. You understand? I'm not trying to say these things are right. They are 100% wrong. They are very, very wrong. But sometimes they say, if you did for Rome, behave like a Rome. You understand? Because at the end of the day, now talk, they go still talk. Lecturer don't fail you, don't fail you. Now you go get extra year. You understand? I don't get lecturer friends when they say, then go give you script, say, maybe you have them mark. You understand? As you mark script, you go even see girls, they put their number for script, say, okay, we said our lecturer as sexualizing our girls, right? Now, you go to mask script, you go see girls put number for script, where the intent say that lecturer will mark us, so lecturer will say, sir, please call me. I can give you anything you want. Just let me pass. You understand? So these are things we see on daily basis, of which I think I still stand by the word that the only time you should go after a lecturer is if you have a very strong evidence. You have a very strong evidence, so you can go after a lecturer. But if you don't have an evidence, you understand, I think you should just walk up to them. This is not a new thing when they have in Nigeria. Everybody corrupt. This is not something we know. So you can simply walk up to a lecturer. Go ask me, you hear people. Some people they go up to 50K for one course. So these are things that are going on daily basis. So I was a very brilliant student in school, but at the end of the day, what happened?
Frank said, should read the comments and please answer to the comments. So Frank asked one question. He said, "What if now? So the lecturer wants. How can you negotiate with someone that wants that as ransom?"
You hear me? How can you negotiate with someone that wants that side as ransom, right?
Yeah.
It is simple. If the lecturer tells you that he wants sex from you, hello, make sure you have an evidence for that he's telling you that. Hello.
No, sorry, I heard somebody's voice. I've been trying to bring somebody up.
Hello? Yeah.
Wisdom, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm probably not.
I think the network is from you. So I think you should go off and request again. Go off and I'll bring you up again.
Hello?
Yeah, go down.
If lecturer tell you saying a sex he wants from you, and you have an evidence you have an evidence that this is what the lecturer wants, I think if you go up with that case, you're going to win it. You understand? If you stand up with that case, you are going to win it. But 70% of lecturers will not be so mumu to the extent when they can't give you a rating where you go for your phone, say you can't get evidence. You understand? So in that kind of situation, if a lecturer say na sexy want, there are ways you can go about this. You feel full and talk beggar in no here. You even go as go carry your mama come beg, and the moment parents sometimes we form big boys, big girls. So it gets some certain things where we forget to do. We need to involve sometimes we need to involve our parents when in things when concern our life. 100%. If you can have that mind to involve your parents, say, or you involve your pastor in school or your imam, you say, Daddy, see what did happen? No? This lecturer say won't sleep with me. Say, I know say me you go quarrel with them. Just follow me, go beg them. You understand? Or follow me, go reason with them. I swear that lecturer will remove hands from your life. Once your parents just follow, not say your mama go quarrel. You cannot say from mama. They get us a big. If your mama go quarrel, at the end of the day, the lecturer can't carry you, and lecturer may that one fail you. So that's just it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, good.
You're welcome.
All right. You have a nice day. Okay, guys. Richard, I've been seeing your request, but I can't bring you up. So I think you should actually cancel that request and send in another request. Guys, send in your comments. I'll read them out. Request to join this live session. I'll bring you up. We're still talking about the woman who brought her daughter's corpse to Ebony State University, calling out a lecturer, a particular lecturer. Apparently, this thing led to extra year. The girl paid for extra year, sat down for these exams. Results came out. She still failed extra year, and then she went to commit suicide. Guys, we're still talking about it. Going by what God is saying, he's saying negotiate with lecturers. When the lecturer comes for you or is at your case, you should negotiate with the lecturer. Bring your mom, your dad, your religious head, go to the lecturer and negotiate. Guys, I want to hear from you. We are still on this thing. What are the bodies? Which step should you take if a lecturer is coming from you, or sorry, coming for you? What steps are you supposed to go and meet this lecturer, to caution this lecturer? I was quiet in school. Sorry, I was quiet in school. None of this ever happened to me, but a particular lady. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm back.
Richard is back. Richard.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking about the human rights activists. You see, one thing in life is most people we don't understand the power we have. Committing suicide was never an option for her. It was never an option. You understand? Now, let's put a case like this. As a student, you've worked hard for that particular exam, and you've written the exam, and you are sure of what you've written. And
Richard, hold on. You see that part where you're saying you are sure of what you've written? If we were sure of what we know, there won't be need for exams. Remove that part. But you've tried your best, right? And you've been failing and failing and failing. That's understand why somebody will fail a particular course more than twice, or even more than once.
Can I say something? Listen. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, when you go to an exam hall, for every exam you write, you are sure. After writing the exam, you know what you've written. Most times, when we come out from exams hall, the first thing I do, of which I believe most students do, we go back to our textbooks. We try to compare what we've written and what's there. And by so doing, you must have been sure. So there's no way a lecturer would come. See, let me tell you something, my dear. The only thing a lecturer can do to you, they won't fail you. They may just actually, okay, reduce your marks. Probably, maybe you're supposed to get A on that particular course. They may just bring it down to B's, just like that. I've seen those cases. But giving you that course as a carryover when you know you've written something very good and you are silent, no. He made mention of something. Mr. God made mention of something. He made mention of negotiation. Why are you going to negotiate? Someone demands sex from you. How do you negotiate with a man who wants to sex you? You can't negotiate with him. You can't. He won't listen to you. You can't negotiate with him. Okay, so the only language those people understand is false. It's false. They don't understand any other language. Let me tell you something. Lecturers, they are the most fearful people. They are very fearful. One, they don't want to tarnish their career. Two, they have a name to keep. So if they see you are that kind of person that is ready to tarnish their image, my dear, they won't come close to you. But if they feel, okay, you are that kind of person, like, you are that pushover, always silent, they'll march on you now, they'll step on you 2 seconds or run you down. Like I already said, I still hold on to that thing. If you are experiencing any form of abuse, being sexual abuse or any form of abuse in school, you have to speak up. You have to speak up. You have to meet the right authorities. You have to meet human rights activists. You have to come online on social media. You have to call names. You have to keep dragging. Don't wait till it gets out of hand.
Okay.
You have to keep dragging.
Given certain instances, let's take this instance for example. Now, what you failed one particular course. Now, just take it that this lecturer is picking on you. You failed this particular course. What's the first step? I should now come online. Imagine I have those 200 followers, and all these people are my department people. All these people are people who we go to school together. I should now come online, go live, and start talking about this. Give us a step by step. How should this be done?
Okay, you failed one particular course.
Yes, because this is her case. She failed one particular course. She wrote the carryover. She started for the extra year. She still failed it again. Why? So now let's use this scenario as an example.
Now, the question I will ask is, did she write to the school authority?
We don't know that.
Yeah, because I believe if she had written to the school authority, there would have been other options. The first thing is, you write. You write to the school authority.
You direct the letter to who exactly? That's what I want to know. Who?
Dean of Student Affairs, to the Student Affairs. Okay. You write to them.
Okay.
You can write to the Student Affairs. They'll pick it up from there. Every institution has a dean of student affairs.
True.
Pick it up from there. You can write to your although our student union government today, we don't trust most of them, but you can as well write to them. But I believe the first place you write to is your student, the dean of student affairs. You write to them. So long as you have that confidence of your strength of what you've written there, you just write it. And we've seen cases whereby they'll bring out the scripts and they'll send it out to another lecturer to mark. I believe you know your handwriting. If they say they bring out a blank script, how would they bring out a blank script for you? You wrote other courses, right? When investigation goes, or when they carry out investigation, it's not what we think. Now, if they want to scrutinize,
we have a question here for you. Sorry, before you go forward. Amaka says some student affairs work hand to hand with those lecturers. I was even about to ask that question, but I was waiting for
that's what I said. That's the first. That's the first step you take.
Please list these steps out for us.
Okay. Now, after taking this step, you see it's not working out. There was no meaningful outcome. The next thing I will advise you to do is to write petition. Probably if to the commission, you can write petition to the Commissioner of Education. You can write petition to the Minister of Education. You can write petition. You can write petition to the police authorities. Just meet up a good human rights activist. Meet up a good activist, and you are good to go. As long as you are confident of what you've written, no, it can't be. And one case was, I don't know, probably she didn't write to the school authority, and she didn't consult with any other person. She felt like, I'm just assuming. I don't.
Richard, I think your network is having issues again. So, Steven Sopochuru, you're saying I should add you up. Please send me a request and then I will bring you up. So, before Richard came in, I was saying something. I said I was a very quiet student in school, very, very quiet. But there was a particular girl who stayed in the same compound. And then she was like, a particular lecturer is giving her issues. We just started one evening and she was saying it. A particular lecturer is giving her issues. What should she do about it? They were talking about it and I was just listening to them. We were all there. And one of my neighbors said, you should go and meet this guy. This guy has strong leg in school. Basically, that guy was a cultist. So he would take this thing up from there. I wasn't very, very interested in the conversation. I don't know how it, ended. But that was the advice my neighbor was giving to her that day. Go and meet a cultist. Now, this is to tell you that this thing has been happening. If you've gone to university, polytechnic, it has happened. You know a story. You know it has happened to this person, it has happened to this person. Guys, let's talk about it. If it has happened to you before and you were able to maneuver your way around it, how did you do it? Who are you supposed to report to? Which authority? Who are you supposed to go and meet? Who is your saving grace in such situations? For people, because I know this thing is happening. I've seen some comments. People are saying, list it out for us.
Sorry, my network over here is not that too good.
Okay,
You understand?
all right.
Now, someone asked me a question before I went off. She asked me, but she said some student affairs are they work hand in hand with the lecturers. Fine. Now, after meeting with the student affairs, the school authorities, if they fail you, you can write petition. You can write petition to education. You can write petition to the police authority. Up a good human rights activist. I still hold on to that word, a good human rights activist, because we've seen cases whereby human rights activists, immediately they pick up that cases. Let me tell you something. Your lecturers, they are scared of human rights activists. Even the police officers, most of them are scared of these human rights activists because they know what they can do. They know they can go any length just to pull down their name, just to bring that name they've labeled all the years. You understand? So they are very scared. So my advice is, so long as you're sure of what you've written, you're sure you have confidence that if that exam is set for you again, if they call you back again to write another exam, you are sure you're still going to write it well. You don't have to keep silent. You have to speak up. That's just true.
Okay. All right. Speak up. That's what you're still emphasizing on. Speak
up. Speak up. Speak up, because like they said, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So when you close your mouth, people will not know what you're passing through. And let me tell you something. A lot of persons have passed through these challenges and they came out successful. So if you don't speak out, they wouldn't know what you're passing through to give you the advice you need. If you give it, most problem is, like you rightly said, like most people don't get people involved, like you don't get their parents involved, and all of that in their problem.